The SGR is an important issue for all of us. SGR is the Sustainable Growth Rate, which is an interesting little thing that was put in, I think, in 1997 by the government. It was a way to try to limit expenditures under Medicare to physicians. And it's a formula that every year dictates a decrease. Well, we've never had a decrease, so what's happened is the government has fixed it, put Band-Aids on it year by year, maybe fixed it for 2 years, 1 year. Bottom line is, if it is not changed, we would have a 20% decrease in Medicare reimbursements starting next year. So that's an important issue hanging over our head. A couple other things, health education with emphasis on primary care. We're certainly in support of that from the state. What the state opposes is government-mandated treatment guidelines. You kind of heard some discussion about that already. You know, the idea of cookbook medicine, you just go through it. This is what you do. The state does not support a public option because we feel that that would probably lead to the end of private insurance. We certainly don't support a single-payer system. We'd like to improve and expand on the current system. And we further don't support the expansion of Medicaid. Medicaid in the state has become an underfunded disaster. And, you know, to add fuel to the fire doesn't make any sense. And sort of my last comment is, I kind of feel like this whole discussion is like rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. You can figure out ways to finance health care. You can do it in all kinds of different ways. You can do it privately, publicly, whatever. But I think the bottom line is the fact that the demand for health care is unlimited. There's no limit to demand. We can never pay for everything we can do or want to do. And I think until we deal with that issue in a more constructive way, and I know that brings up that terrible R word, ration. Against everybody all worked out, we're going to ration, we're going to ration. We already ration. We already have issues where we have to make some kind of a decision. Look at organ transplantation. You have to prioritize. We have to do that for our whole healthcare system, otherwise we're going to bankrupt this country. It doesn't matter how you pay for it, either individually or government-wise. We, you, and certainly you guys are going to have to fix this mess because hopefully by then I'll be retired. But I think that's one of the things that we just aren't realistically dealing with. So that's kind of my food for thought. Thank you.
Well, thank you all. First of all, I'm Dr. Martin Lipsky, and I'm the dean here. I should disclose that I am a family physician, so I may be potentially biased for some of the primary care components of reform. Hey, this is the exciting part. This is the fun part. This is where you guys get to ask questions of our esteemed panel. And certainly you've seen a spectrum of opinions. And what I'd like to do is, if you have a question, I'd ask you to stand up, introduce yourself, your name, and your background, what levels, medical student you are, or if you are not a medical student, who you are. So, do we have a brave volunteer as a question to get started? Yes.
My name is Kenny. I'm in M3.
You are optimistic.
Question for Keller. You said that we should reform the government instead. So what do you propose we should do about reforming the government? That's my first question. And number two, you said that there are all these problems with other healthcare in other countries, like Europe. So does that mean that there's nothing we can learn from those systems just because there's one or two things bad about those systems? Thanks.
Yeah, I just want to take a second to repeat the question if people had trouble hearing. The first question is, I forgot actually. Should have written down more, but I'm used to taking notes. I just have reform, examples of how to reform the government. And the second is, of all the countries in the world, is there something that we can learn something from? Mark? Is there anybody that on the panel that may want to respond to that?
I'd like to comment on what we can learn from other healthcare systems. And it kind of takes off a little bit from what Dr. Boyle got into, what he said from his public health background. My wife and I spent time in Cuba about 4 years ago looking at their healthcare system. Cuba spends $1,200 a year per person. Their facilities are atrocious. They look as old as their cars, their hospitals. But interestingly, their life expectancy is almost as good as ours. Their infant mortality rates are a little bit better than ours. Now that has nothing to do with what they spend on healthcare per se, but it has to do with the fact that their whole healthcare system is based on a primary care model and it's public health oriented, it's preventative oriented. They don't have money for expensive technology or drugs, so they have to consider any expenditure in terms of what's the benefit. And it's also obviously a different mindset. It's a society that is developed around very cohesive. We do what's good for the total. Now, granted, they're a communist country,